Let's get into our meditation posture. So we're sitting upright and relaxed. If you notice that there's any tension in the body, relax that part. Breathing naturally, not trying to breathe faster or slower. Letting go of the past and the future. And today we continue our meditative exploration of the five aggregates, particularly of Sankhara Khandha, of volitional formations, and especially the impermanent aspect of volitional formations. In which way can we see volition, intention, is changing as impermanent? One framework we can use is the six senses and volition associated with them. Very soon we will open our eyes, but not yet. Keep them closed for now. And before we open the eyes, there will be an intention, a volition to open. The eyes don't open on their own. There's a volition behind that. Within the next 30 seconds, choose to open your eyes at any point of time and notice the volition that precedes that, the intention to open and then only open. Only once you realize and can see the intention very clearly, yes, I want to open, then open your eyes. Now, once the eyes are open, seeing is happening. But sometimes the mind wants to see something interesting. You may not know whether there's a Buddha statue in the hall where I'm sitting, or whether there's also an image behind that Buddha statue. So to find out, you would have to look. But before looking, there is the intention to look, to see. Notice that, and then whenever you're ready, you try to find out whether the Buddha statue in the room here, whether there's also a picture of a Buddha behind it or not. Notice the intention and then see. No picture, right? Yeah, no picture. After having seen and realized that there is no picture, is your intention to see still there? No. The purpose of looking has been fulfilled. The intention to look is over. The intention is impermanent. In this case, because the purpose was fulfilled. Let us try to find out about the traffic. What is the ratio between cars and motorbikes? Probably there are more cars than motorbikes, isn't it? But what is the ratio? Is it 2 to 1 or 3 to 1? We need to count. Oh, that sounds like a motorbike. A few cars, another motorbike. For some of you who have a lot of intention, willpower, commitment, endurance, you might still be counting the cars and motorbikes. Sadhu. So your intention is still active. But for many of you, the intention may have ceased already long ago. Maybe it's too complicated. Maybe you cannot hear clearly, is a car driving or not? And the mind has somehow decided, I will stop doing this. It's not working. So your intention is impermanent, right? because the mind has changed to something else or given up. That too can be a reason for intentions to cease. Because the project or the thing that the mind wanted at first, it's not interested anymore. Or sometimes it's distracted. Like there was this shooting of firecrackers. Then the mind may have forgotten about the task. The mind was trying to find out who are the people who are shooting there, what is the purpose. So the intention was something completely different now. Again, the intention to listen to the traffic has ceased. It's impermanent. So with the first experiment, with the picture behind the Buddha, we could see impermanence of intention because the intention is fulfilled. The purpose behind the intention has been fulfilled. But it's also impermanent because the intention might be pulled to something else, to a sudden sound, or a memory, or a feeling in the body. Therefore also the previous intention, whatever it was, will cease. You may come back later, but that's a new intention. The content may be different, may be the same or similar to before, but it's a completely new moment of intention. Intention also includes planning. What should I cook for lunch today? Or dinner? Oh, I will later go and buy some veggies. Oh, that's an intention. How about yesterday? There was maybe also an intention to cook, or prepare, or to eat. That was very strong at that time, because the body was hungry. Is this intention still around now? No. It has ceased. It's anicca. On a moment-to-moment basis, intentions arise and cease constantly. Intention to scratch, intention to move, intention to listen, to hear, to contemplate, to listen to the news, wanting to listen to music. So all intentions. Changing very frequently. But there are also long-term goals that we have. Goal for a certain type of education, or intention to get married, or intention to get divorced, to build a home, to raise children, to get retired. But many of those also change. If you think back in your own life, the time when you were younger, the plans that you had, the goals, are they still the same as today? What you thought you will make or do in the future? What you thought is important? Is it exactly the same now? Sometimes our intentions are being fulfilled, sometimes they are not. And we make a lot of effort trying to fulfill them at whatever cost. But seeing the impermanent nature of the intentions, how important is it actually to fulfill them? Since my intentions will change anyway, they are not long lasting. Cannot even maintain an intention to listen to the traffic for 5 minutes. Is it really worthwhile worrying too much when a certain plan, hope, aspiration, intention is not being fulfilled? What's the big tragedy? It would change anyway. Since intentions are impermanent, I may as well let go of those that are non-essential. Of those that are non-supportive for well-being. Not beneficial. Anything that is impermanent is not worth clinging to. It will cause suffering. Intentions changing from moment to moment, wanting to see, wanting to hear, smell or eat, taste or think. They are impermanent because sometimes they are fulfilled and thereby the intention ceases. They are impermanent because the attention goes somewhere else and we move on to another object of a desire, of like or dislike. Therefore the previous intention also has ceased. They are impermanent because our values change over time. Preferences change, are impermanent. Not worth clinging to. Letting go. I offer that for your reflection today. How is it with intention? Easy to see or difficult? Ken? Some of them can be quite subtle, very fleeting, very short. Some of them stick around for a longer time. But actually even the longer ones are also moments of arising and ceasing. It's not that you have 1 hour, one intention, or 1 year, the intention to get a degree, or the intention to retire. That might continue, we might think or feel for a long time. But it's just moments where it comes up. We remember, I should still study for my degree, but then also it ceases again, because later I'm hungry. I'm not thinking about getting a degree. Then the intention is to eat, to drink, to sleep, many other intentions. So they're very fleeting, very impermanent. Very good object to see anicca actually. And since they're changing anyway, very often, it's not even worth getting too upset or keen on fulfilling every small little intention the mind comes up with, because it changes anyway. So all that effort for irrelevant, trifling things is quite questionable whether it's worthwhile, because that volition, intention, what the mind wants now, will pass anyway. But there are some things that are worthwhile pursuing. So then you recognize, this volition comes back again and again. So then there is value probably in it and worthwhile pursuing, especially if it's a wholesome thing, beneficial and not harmful, neither to oneself nor to others. Keep it at that. Let us develop the intention to share merit with our departed relatives and friends, and hopefully they have the intention to rejoice, so that they can create the good karma of rejoicing in the merit that we have made. Let us recite together. Idang me nyatinang hotu sukhita hontu nyatayo. Idang no nyatinang hotu sukhita hontu nyatayo. Idang vo nyatinang hotu sukhita hontu nyatayo. Ettavata jamhehi sampatang punya sampadang sabbhe satta anumudantu sabba sampatti siddhya. And lastly, let us also make an aspiration towards Nibbana. Please repeat after me. idang me punyang asavakkaya vahang hotu idang me punyang nippanassa paccayo hotu. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu.